So it's been a big weekend. It's been a busy weekend. What you may or may not know is that I was hit by a bug when I initially logged into 3.7, where the game basically said, oh, by the way, you only have 5,000 UEC. On my account, I assure you, I have more than 5,000 UEC. But somehow the game, hit me with this bug, and there was apparently a number of people who had this bug, but once they had figured out the problems with 3.7, as highlighted on Friday's show, I was stuck with the 5,000 UEC. The game just believes that I have 5,000 UEC, and I'm guessing it would take a full reset to kick me back to what I'm supposed to have. And I'm not talking about the money that I had earned in the previous patch. I'm just saying, in general, my account has X amount of UEC that I start every new refresh with. It was not there. And so you'd think that I'd probably be disheartened by that, or that I would be, reticent to play the game. But in fact, that gave me more of a reason to play the game than anything else, because it's like, well, I'm going to need armor, I'm going to need guns, I'm going to need this, I'm going to need that, I'm going to need UEC, so boom, got to play the game. And so what you're seeing right now is the shortened version of a 2-hour gameplay session, one of many over the weekend, where I was just exploring, how the missions are working now. And by the way, a quick little piece of information is that when you go and you do these missions, right? When you do the smuggling missions, those of you who recognize what I'm doing, if there isn't one of these mission reward boxes, wait, let me put one up on screen. There it is. Okay, so if there isn't one of these specific mission reward boxes at the location where you intend to deliver the package, then there's really no reason to take the mission, because for me, they were all broken. If there wasn't one of these boxes to place the package in at the end, it didn't recognize the fact that you had completed the mission. So I would sometimes fly 20, 30 million kilometers to the next mission location. I went from, Grimhex to Orinth, and that was fine. But then Orinth, I picked all these different locations like the orphanage or whatnot to try and see, test as many as I could. And anywhere where there wasn't one of those mission boxes was broken. And you would hand the box in and you just wouldn't get the reward. So basically in the first 20 minutes of this 2-hour gameplay session, I made all the money that I was going to make because everything else was broken. So, one thing to watch out for. You'd think I'd be disheartened by all this, but no, it gives me a reason to play the game. It gives me something to pursue, something to chase after. And speaking of which, something to chase after came out with 3.7, and that is, of course, the Pirate Swarm. Now, the Pirate Swarm has been rebuilt, and right now you can earn the Pirate Aggressor badge, which gives you the ability to buy the newly painted and slightly altered loadout version of the Gladius, the Pirate Gladius, which, it's something that after I completed the Pirate Swarm, I looked at it and I just kind of went like, I don't know. I'm not sure that I want this ship. By the way, I'm doing the Pirate Swarm in an Aurora LN because I wanted to try the Aurora LN, and I wanted to try the new ultra gimbal awesome size 1 guns. So that's kind of why I did this. I didn't really think that I was going to complete it with the Aurora, but I did. The Aurora LN is actually kind of a little badass right now. You might wonder why I have this. It's because, the last time the Aurora LN was kind of a badass, it's pretty damn good right now. I was having fun with this. And so I was thinking of the Pirate Gladius, and I was looking at it and I was thinking, hey, this might be a pretty badass ship. I know that within certain circles of the Star Citizen community, the Gladius is very highly regarded as a fighter. There's a lot of people out there who look at the Gladius and think that the Gladius is one of the ultimate dogfighters, and I'm not going to disagree because of the maneuverability and things like that, but dogfighting has never been my forte, so I'm more likely to kind of trust their opinion on these things. And I was really, really, really thinking about picking up the Pirate Gladius, buying a War Bond version for $90 with lifetime insurance, which is what you can do. It wasn't going to be any real hardship for me, so I really did think about it. In fact, I spent a considerable amount of time debating it personally, but ultimately it was the experience of playing Star Citizen that kind of took it from the spot where I would automatically just be like, oh hell yeah, I gotta get it, I've earned it, it's gonna be like almost like a collector's item on my account or something like that. It went from being that to so much time spent playing in the verse and all these restrictions on quantum travel. And I'm not just talking about the endless interdictions, which, by the way, CIG seriously tamed that shit. But it was the experience of traveling between planets and between distant locations just in one star system, and how that impacted my my overall perception of gameplay. It kind of made me think that, yeah, but a fighter's gonna be kind of dead. So it's something that I think I'm gonna be debating internally for the next few days, whether or not to pick up a Pirate Gladius, just because if I get it, it's not just enough that it's like, ooh, it's this collector's item. It has to be good for something. And I wanted to pick up dogfighting again and try to get good at it. I mean, obviously I'm a little bit rusty here, but it is something that I've wanted to pursue a little bit more seriously. But it's just the realities of travel in the Star Citizen universe, and with the potential for the Nick system to come in the not too distant future, I'm kind of wanting to go to all these different locations. I don't know. It just seems like a fighter would be almost like taking a step backwards, and to a certain degree. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just my perception, and of course, one of the reasons why I make these videos is to see the comments and see what other people say about this stuff. But I mean, there's a part of me that wants to pick up like dogfighting and actually be serious about it and get good at it. But there's another part of me that goes, I'm not even sure that fighters are really built for the reality of the Star Citizen universe anymore, when you think about having to travel to distant locations and the fuel requirements and all that. It, in a weird way, it kind of dampened my enthusiasm for otherwise buying something that, to be perfectly honest, I mean, with my personality, it would have been something that I would have just easily snapped up. It wouldn't have been any financial hardship whatsoever. It would have been just like, boom, done. But it was the reality of travel in the Star Citizen universe and all these limitations that have been kind of heaped onto quantum travel that really kind of made me go like, not really. So I definitely think that over the next few days, there's going to be some heavy internal debate over this. But I was happy to see that CIG kind of, to a certain degree, returned to this format of creating an event in the game and creating something that you can earn. I was slightly disappointed in the fact that, once again, it's something in the store. I was kind of hoping that CIG would maybe move to a point where they're kind of like saying, okay, now you can do things in the Star Citizen universe and earn things that maybe aren't always attached to the store. Like maybe if you smuggle 50 crates between now and the next, the next patch 3.8, if you smuggle at least 50 crates, then you would earn a Coda ballistic pistol, codenamed the Smuggler or something like that. Or if you did 50 deep space rescue missions as a law-abiding player, then you would earn, you know, the S-38, and it would be like the Lawbringer or something like that. I'm always hoping for them to do something like that. Not so much like using these events in the game as an opportunity to sell something, but also as a reason to, you know, give people rewards for playing the game, and not even having to say make a whole new reward. You could just use something that already exists in the game and then just attach it to that person's account, you know, permanently. But once again, that's my point of view, and that's me kind of projecting what I would like to see into the game. That may not be what everybody else would like to see, but you know, that's just my opinion. But overall, 3.7, I am enjoying it. The stability of gameplay has been outstanding. The fact that I've gotten in all these multi-hour gameplay sessions of Star Citizen over the last few days has been extremely enjoyable. It has even gotten me thinking about, you know, stepping into trading a little bit once I get my money built back up to a certain point with the Caterpillar, just to kind of, you know, do some stuff with that ship finally, more than just flying it around and using it as background footage. You know, to use it as it's meant to be used. I'm very enthusiastic about that, and I am going to debate the Pirate Gladius a little bit more. I'm going to think about it, because there still is that part of me that really kind of wants to pick up dogfighting and actually get really serious about it. But, you know, at least from the perspective of, you know, not accidentally bumping into my teammates. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, yeah, and the Aurora LN. Surprise, surprise. Fun little dogfighter. Anyways, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.